Models Hunter and Michaela McGrady are encouraging all women to celebrate their bodies this summer. The sisters host the Model Citizen podcast, where they get real about relationships, body image, and the modeling industry itself. Now they're launching a new podcast series called The Summer of Self-Love. It comes after Hunter McGrady landed her first cover with Sports Illustrated swimsuit. In their first episode, they talk with IT Cosmetics co-founder Jamie Kern-Lima about how she almost missed an opportunity with Oprah Winfrey due to self-doubt.
And when I think about every person listening to the three of us right now, it's like, what are you almost about to doubt yourself out of? That is a lie, because you're telling yourself you're somehow not enough for it. And my hope and prayer is like, the things that we're sharing together today help someone realize like, oh, I thought I was alone in getting rejected a whole bunch of times, but that is no indication of how successful my idea is gonna be.
Hunter and Michaela McGrady are here now. Good morning to both of you guys.
Good morning, you guys.
I have to say, I've actually interviewed Jamie. She's a hoot.
She is.
So serious. And what I love about her and you guys seem to really be like on the same wavelength.
Totally.
Yes. When you think about this Summer of Love Fest, what brought you into it? Was it the swimsuit cover? Or was it your entire experience?
Yeah.
In that moment of being the it girl.
Yeah, for us, once the Sports Illustrated cover came out, our DMs, both of us, because we're pretty synonymous with one another, really blew up, in a way that we were almost overwhelmed with people who were saying, gosh, I wish I could feel confident in a swimsuit. I wish that I could feel how you look in the cover. And we got to talking and we're like, wait, let's do something about this. We have so many friends and experts in this field, and let's do a whole podcast series on this during this time, summer, which a lot of us really don't feel as comfortable going into.
Yes, I love the way you approach it too, because you do talk about how it is a sensitive time of year for a lot of folks as you're out and about.
Very.
What did you really learn from talking to all these guests? Did you take away something? Because I love a lot of your own affirmations and a lot of your own approaches.
Right.
Was there something new that you picked up?
I think just the fact that all of us are going through this together, and I think just having us up there to give voice to these, to the public, we're all feeling insecure during this time, and just to say, hey, we're also feeling this way. Let's combat this and come together as a unit and combat it together.
But being open about that is tough for some people.
Yeah.
How do you bridge that gap and get there?
I think, honestly, the more you put yourself out there, the more that feedback comes from the listeners and the people that are watching you. And they say, hey, thank you so much for this. This really...
get out of your comfort zone.
Get out of, yes, exactly. It pushes you out and it lets you know, again, you're not alone. And I think us being surrounded by so many incredible, powerful, vulnerable women has just inspired us to do the same thing for others. And it just means so much to us to have that opportunity.
Yeah, confidence is king. You both are beautiful.
Thank you.
You both are incredibly outgoing. I was just wondering, did you always start that way? I mean, were you two sisters who always knew?
Always, yeah.
No. We're human.
Yeah,
we're human.
That's the thing, is that we are human at the end of the day.
We're human, we didn't. Here's the thing, I always say, confidence is not an end destination. It is a journey.
Yes.
And, I always liken it to Rome wasn't built in a day, the Sistine Chapel wasn't built in a day, right? These beautiful things take time, and you have to work at it. And that's one thing that with this Summer of Self-Love series, we're really kind of helping people learn ways and that they can do that, right? We have experts like Jamie, we have Katie Storino, Megan Roop, MJ Day, the editor-in-chief of Sports Illustrated, people that are really change makers who have those tips and tricks, along with us, so you can kind of build your toolbox, your confidence toolbox.
And Hunter, you have your own trick that I loved reading about this, the power of affirmations and how you speak to yourself.
Yeah.
You have a certain thing that you do that you picked up when you were a teenager.
Yes. So I had a therapist tell me at 16 years old, when I was really struggling with just myself. You know, I was, as any teenager does, especially nowadays. She said, here's what I want you to do. I want you to dress down right after a shower where you are the most bare. I want you to slick your hair back, and I want you to look in the mirror and tell yourself 5 things that you love about yourself. And I was like, this is ridiculous, first of all. Second of all, I'm gonna feel so silly. Third of all, I don't know if there is anything I love about myself right now, right? It was actually really a hard exercise for me to do. But I did it. And the first, I would say, handful times, I started sobbing every time because I felt like I was lying to myself. But the more I did it, she said, I want you to do it every single day. 16 years later, I still do it. We did it on the way here. We still do it. And the things that I told myself at 16, I love my hips, I love my stretch marks, I love my rolls. Those things now are things that I've just come to love because I've told myself that, but now they're deeper.
Let me ask you guys a selfish question real quick. Girl dad here.
Yes.
All right, I'm hypersensitive because I pay attention to these things, and she's only 8. But how early do dads and other people need to start this for young women?
Oh, I think speaking kindly about your own body in front of your children starts at the jump, you know? I think that as soon as they're able to see, you know, we grew up, our mom never spoke negatively about her body or about anyone else's. It was never a conversation, really. And I think that that made such a huge impact for us because it was a non-conversation. You know, and it was so impactful.
83% of young girls feel negative about their body by the age of 15, right? And the thing is it starts as early as 3. That's when you really can start feeling that.
Pervasive.
3 years old. I have a 3-year-old son and a 1-year-old daughter, and I can't even imagine. They're perfect to me. I could never imagine them thinking any different.
As all children are. Hunter, Michaela, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
You can catch new episodes of the Model Citizen podcast every Thursday, wherever you listen to your podcasts.